Yes. 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 Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to another session, another stream here on the Chaos Rain show. I'm Chaos Rain here. As everybody gets themselves settled and ready. Sorry about that. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Leave a chat, let me know you're live present. And also leave a comment at the end of this video and every other video, broadcast, upload, or live stream here on the Chaos Rain show. The links to follow Chaos Rain show are the following. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos Rain 7. Also, you could add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. You could also join the, or actually you can follow me on follow me on Rumble. I'm also on Rumble. Not much material is on Rumble yet, but I'm trying to grow the followers. So as you see the links towards this video and every other video, please join my Rumble page on Rumble. I will surely appreciate it. I'm gonna start doing content on Rumble per se, a little bit more raw content per se. So please don't be hesitant. Join me on Rumble if you can. I'll put that in the description now. So what else I'm missing? Hold on, guys. I'm just looking at some things right now. I did not even include it. I'm gonna have to start include that. Let me look at some of these. Yeah, I did not include it on a lot of these videos. So where is my Rumble? All right, here it is. All right, I'm gonna add it now as I'm talking to y'all. Where is it? Damn. Okay, so I'm gonna add my Rumble, and I'm probably gonna add my Discord as well. So join me on Rumble and also follow me on Discord as well. So let me paste this. My Rumble account. We'll go here. Should have did this earlier, but you know how things are. Join my Rumble. That's for people to follow me on Rumble. And also join the Discord service of the Chaos Rain Show. And I also have all previous shows uploaded on the podcast side of things. So if you want to follow some of the shows that you can't watch mostly here on this platform, you can also listen on the Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, etc. So those are two links right now, Discord and Rumble for now. The other ones, yes, y'all know, y'all can find me on Twitter at ChaosRain7 and add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. Am I missing anything else on here? Let's look. I don't know. Before I go into today's topic, we got some, I could say, breaking news. And this is going to solidify today's stream in good faith. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, so let me find it. Oh, and I see my lovely assistant, Miss Queen of Virtue. Welcome, Queen of Virtue. Let me do this. Hold on, let me find it. Wait 1 second before I share this. As y'all know, we are almost there. So don't be scared. For everything, subscribe to the Chaos Rain Show. Trust me, you like it. Okay. Today, the title for today's stream. Today's stream is titled, and as y'all know, I'm multitasking, so don't mind me if I'm pausing, is uncovering the reasons why Black women won't confront one another. I mean, that's as simple as it's going to be and how it's going to get. And really, truly, this is something that is not being disclosed or really rarely talked about. And trust me, guys, this will not get much attention. And the reason why it will never get attention because I am giving my own assessment why Black women are not in the business of checking other Black women personally. But you'll find particular males will try to, in their, I guess, power, try to say they are checking the so-called, what they call them, bitches. That's the word they want to use. Yes. But to no avail. Some will be unsuccessful and some might get success. At the end of the day, it's very hard for any one of us to check each other effectively. But that's not the purpose of this stream. The real purpose is, why the real reason why Black women won't confront or won't check other women. In regards, hold them accountable, for lack of better terms. So let's look at this article here, and then I'm going to go to my own synapse and my own take on all this. Not just by article, but just in general. So here we go. And get myself here. As you see here. As you know, the latest news, the United States authorities will not pursue charges in the death of Shaquilla Robinson. And this was posted April the 12th, yesterday. Prosecutors in the United States, hold on, what the hell is this? Look at that shit. All right, hold on, guys. That's just annoying. Prosecutors in the United States will not bring charges in what was previously a federal investigation into the death of Shaquilla Robinson. And as y'all talk, make sure you guys hit the like button, share the stream. This is one of these streams that's not going to be popular. So I expect not much a turnout, possibly. And I'm saying that in good faith because and I'm going to say some other things because I did respond to one particular brother's post about what he has done. Where is my thing? All right, so I'm going to be simulcasting, looking at things, make sure everything's in order, just in case I go down. A woman from Charlotte, North Carolina, while in Mexico last October, end of 2022, officials with U.S. Attorney's Office in 2 districts in North Carolina announced the decision in a statement on Wednesday issued shortly before the women's family members were scheduled to speak about the probe and Robinson's killing at a televised news conference. The investigations into the circumstance surrounding the death of Miss Robinson has been priority for federal prosecutors, and the FBI reads the statement issued by the U.S. Attorney Office for the Western District of North Carolina. And as in every case under considerations, the federal prosecution and the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a federal crime was committed. It continues based on the results of the autopsy and after a careful deliberation and review of the investigative material by both U.S. Attorney's Office, federal prosecutors informs Mrs. Robinson's family today that the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution. Let me read that again for those that did not hear that, or those that's listening silently in the back office. You right there. You right there in the back. You right there in the corner, right in the left corner, right corner, left corner. You're going to hear this again. As in every case under consideration for federal prosecution, the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a federal crime was committed. It continues, based on the results of the autopsy and after a careful deliberation and review of the investigative material by both U.S. Attorney's Office, federal prosecutors informed Ms. Robinson's family today that the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution. Now, I want that to sink in. And it should sink in. Was it with a lot of these things, especially when there was really evidence of actual real homicide, or what they call, I'm not sure, manslaughter, murder, or what they wanted to label this as, the act of the criminal act that was done by the young Shaquilla Robinson that was 26 years old, where she could have been turned 27 now in the new year. We're in the next year now. My biggest issue, and should be concerned with a lot of us, is why they're not pursuing this further. Should be our biggest question. Now, one of the issues going into this months ago of the end of 2022 was who was the one that actually deliberately took in Miss Robinson's life. That was the decided factor of what really was the person that led the final blow in the last hour and the last second of Miss Shaquilla Robinson. And there's a lot of evidence that was pouring down. They said it could have been a man that did this. Then we find out that it was more of a woman that was involved in the death of Miss Robinson. And she was compensated and brought to Mexico for trial, or brought into for further investigation, locked up, and etc. But now, since yesterday, there's no move forward of putting serious charges, which is going to go federal, to prosecute the actual person that took her life. Let's keep reading. Citing a detailed and thorough investigation and an autopsy conducted by the medical examiners off in North Carolina, McBurr County, officials said they found that the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution. Okay. Speaking on behalf of Robinson's family at Little Rock AME Zion Church in Charlotte on Wednesday afternoon, attorney Sue Anna Robinson said they were disappointed but not deterred by the outcome of the U.S. investigation and would continue to seek justice in the wake of the killing. Now, as you know, we're going to be using real language today during the stream. We are not going to hold our tongue. We're going to read it as it states and is written in this particular article. Now, I know most people want to use buzzwords, coded words like deletion, all this cute phrase, which is cute phrases. But no, screw that shit. We're going to be raw tonight because this has something that has to be looked at, examined, and we got to be honest to reason why, as you see the title of today's stream, why women don't do it. Let's continue. The attorneys also share that the decision by U.S. authorities not to press charges partly relied on results of the domestic autopsy following an initial autopsy conducted in Mexico. The U.S. post-mortem examine was conducted after Robinson's body has been embalmed and transported back to America. Which means, hold on, I'm getting too much. Let me stop this because that's now getting annoying. 1 second, guys. You know I hate when that junk does it. Where is it? Where is he? I'll put an end to that. All right. Which means that there was a delay, obviously. The attorney said, adding that it ruled Robinson's case to death undetermined. That's the language it's saying. It's been undetermined. Federal prosecutors and authorities at the Federal Bureau of Investigation opened a probe into the circumstance surrounding Robinson's death in November, about 3 weeks after it happened. The FBI confirms in a statement to CBS News at the time, according to the statement, Robinson died on or about October 29th in Cabo San Lucas. The previous week, authorities in Mexico had said that her death occurred in San Juan del Cabo, Mexico, located about 20 miles northeast of Cabo San Lucas in the same Mexican state of Beijing, California, sir. Mexican prosecutors opened an investigation into Robinson's death a few days early. By then, news of her killing has garnered considerable public and global attention, owing to a viral cell phone video that shows Robinson being violently assaulted, apparently at the luxurious villa where she was staying while on vacation. She had traveled from the U.S. to Mexico with a group of 6 friends, some of whom initially told Robinson's parents that she had died from alcohol poisoning, which was a lie. However, the death certificate later listed a spinal and neck injury as the cause. See this? The death shows that she didn't die from alcohol. She died from an immediate attack. And I think what happened in that video, which if the video still exists, I don't know, she was taken and slammed damn hard on the floor, like a wrestling move. The attorneys of Robinson's family said on Wednesday that the U.S. autopsy did not identify a spinal cord injury, although she called it disheartening. The U.S. authorities there's such a delay in the case, or in this case, and note that delay can lead to what they call discrepancy. She told reporters that civil action is certainly a possibility for Robinson's family moving forward. Wow. Authorities in Mexico said in November that they were investigating Robinson's death as a femicide. Now, that was the case that was labeled femicide because they couldn't identify if it was a man or woman. And they would rule out if it's femicide, it means a man took a life out of a woman. But from looking deeper into this evidence, it was come to find out it was not a man that do this. Now, some people could say that the person that took her life could be an LGBTQ person. That's a possibility. I cannot rule it could be. But from what we're finding out now, recently to this latest article from previous articles written about this back in the end of last year, that does not really hold enough evidence that shows so that a man was involved in the death of Miss Robinson. A crime that refers to the killing of women because of her gender. In a statement released at the time, prosecutors in Baja, California, said they were seeking to extradite a woman from the U.S. back to Mexico in connections with the alleged murder. Yeah, that's it. And let me see if there's any other articles saying differently. That's CBS. Let me see if I'm going to look at the next article, scan through it. And another article. Let me read this article here, because this one looks like it's intriguing. Yeah, let's look at this one. Yeah, it's a sad story, Chanel. It's very sad. I'm not looking at the chat room, guys, so make sure you guys keep hitting the like button and sharing this. Yeah, this is sad. All right, let me go to the next art. I'm gonna look at the other article, and the article, other article will say otherwise. So come look at all these articles. One from CBS, now from CNN. I'm gonna scan through this. Federal told family should clear Robson Wednesday evidence that has enough. All right. Robson, at 25 years old, former student of Winston-Salem State University in North Carolina, died in October while staying in a luxury retail property in Mexico state of Bajín, California, sir. Based on the results of the autopsy and after a careful deliberation and review of the investigative material by both U.S. Attorney's Office, federal prosecutors, and foremost Mrs. Robson's family today, that the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution. The U.S. Attorney Office said it's in a release Wednesday. Family members are very deeply disappointed in the decision, but are not deterred and plans to continue to seek justice for Robson. Their attorney Sue Ann Robson said at a news conference. Black and brown people, what's this? Black and brown people always have to carve their own path into justice. Attorney Robson said Shaquina Robson was a Black American from North Carolina, and a copy of Shaquilla Robson's death certificate obtained by CNN affiliate WBTV listed the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and what they call atlas luxation, which is instability or excessive movement in the uppermost neck vertebrae. The document states she was found unconscious in the living room of the retail residence on October 29. Let me pause it right there. You know, reading this gets on my nerve. That how do you have friends that commit an act of murder or actually a real attempt, not attempt, but actual attempt of taking her life, just get up and leave and just leave her right there, body motionless, is telling. Now, what I've heard, what has happened after her friends came back home, using her card, her money to get back home, and this way you can tell that you're real friends. That if you have broke friends, I would advise you as a person, you better start cutting off some of your friends that don't even have money to travel with you. If your friends are that poor, you should not be friends with them, personally, in my opinion. Now I know that's screwed up, but I'm looking at this that if you woman and you're paying for everything, or you just a man, you're paying everything, and you're paying everybody's way for you and your friends to travel, I don't think you should be with them. Now, if they're short on money, I get it. But if they've got no money and you say you're gonna cover the cost of travel with you and your friends, and I mean more than one friends, you got problems, people, and you might have to start exploring different friends. I'm just saying. Not saying you can't be friends with them forever, but you might have to, examine it and probably be friends from a distance. I'm just saying. By the way, the death certificate classifies Shaquilla Robson's death as an accidental or violent, nothing that the approximated time between injury and death was 15 minutes. And the video post online appears to show physical altercations inside a room between Shaquilla Robson and another person. It is not clear when the video was taken or the video depicts the moment she suffers the fatal injury. At the time, Bernard Robson confirms to CNN it is his daughter seen in the video being thrown to the floor, beaten on the head. Beaten on the head. So you know that this is not no normal fight. This is like a fight of inact rage. It is unclear what led to the altercation of how many people were in the room at the time. It also is unclear if anyone tried to intervene. The FBI conducts a detailed and thorough investigations of the evidence and work with the Robson family to conduct an autopsy in the United States by the medical examiner's office in Mockburg County, North Carolina. The release said federal officials met with the Robinson family and representative Wednesdays to offer their condolences and presence of finding the federal investigations to release said. Hold on, guys. I'm just going back and forth. Let me take this down. All right. Man, this is hard going through this article, man. I gotta go for it. That's good. All right, let me continue. According to the attorney Robinson, the family was told that the FBI interviewed Shaquilla Robinson's travel mates and people who were in the house did not specify how many people they interviewed. The U.S. officials told the families that the autopsy, which was complete after Shaquilla Robinson's body has been embalmed and transferred back to U.S. Let me scroll for this because I read some of this already. All right. Federal officials said they do not normally issue public statements about the status of an investigation, but in this case, they felt it is necessary because of the public concerns surrounding the case. It is important to reassure the public that experienced federal agents and seasonal prosecutors extensively reviewed the available evidence and have concluded that federal charges cannot be pursued. And the statement said prosecutors in Mexico said last year they were investigating Robinson's death as femicide, which I read already. Let me keep going down. In most countries, including the United States, femicide is not different from homicide in criminal law. But Mexico is among at least 16 countries that have included femicide as a specific crime. The family plans to hold a march to State Department headquarters, Washington, D.C. on May 19th on the 200th day since Shaquilla Robinson's passing, according to the family attorney. This message cannot be that U.S. citizens can go overseas and commit crimes against other U.S. citizens and come back and say that they are on base, that they are safe, that they are not going to be arrested, that they are going to be such a delay in the investigation that the evidence will have time to dissipate, she said. Let me say some of this. And that's the last article I'm reading. One moment, people. Yeah, this is sad. This is very sad. It's gonna freeze something up. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find something. All right. Man, reading that was very depressing. And I mean, really depressing. And here's why. Because it seemed to me that a lot of Americans are protected if they go outside the country, commit criminal acts, and then come back and don't serve no time in jail or any prosecution. That's going to change. Yep, that's definitely going to change. I think this thing that happened, her friends might get off, or one of the women that took her life might get off. And I say might, but really this is going to lead to even more bigger legislation, many more laws put into the books. That's now going to be a focus. And what's going to happen? I mean, what's going to happen is there's going to be something in Congress, and I'm glad people are fighting this right now to go and make a president to the White House to put some bill in place for this, because this is unacceptable. This is very unacceptable. We've seen the videotape of her getting violently attacked and potentially her life taken right there on tape in another country. So it's evident that it's not she did not die from alcohol use. She died from physical violence. And because of this is something that has to change. And this rule, and if this has to be put into more legislation, this should be the focus on any person, man or woman, that commits any form of violence or acts outside of America with American citizens, that are American citizens, that are American citizens, that are American citizens, and they commit what they call murder, should be held to the highest extent of the law. And because this thing is going to slowly be brushed away now, because they're not going to talk about it, I'm calling cap. Now, the parents are going to fight for this, which they should. They need to. I advise they do. And get the necessary justice. Because something like this should not be, no one should be walking scot-free after doing that to your own seed, especially one of your last seeds. Personally. God knows if any parent find out their own child lost their life in another country by a bunch of friends, I gotta tell you, it's not gonna look good. It's not looking good. So now to really go into the subject at hand. And matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this. All right. And Miss Queen of Virtue, if you're there, I left you some on the message board. If you so kindly could, respond if you can, I will surely appreciate it. All right. All right. This is what I'm going to do. All right. So now, in regardless to my point of view, why? Why? Black women, especially, don't really make a president to hold other black women accountable. I'll tell you why. Because the threat of violence is real when it comes to us as people. Now, this is the real untold, not real honest truth or secret that goes around our community, because we are a violent community. As you know, men are as violent and probably more violent than women. And women are almost creeping up there in the violence as well amongst us black people in our designated communities for a reason. The real bottom line is this: the reason why black people, good black people, or black people that's doing what they should be doing in society, don't invest time, energy, check the ones that's around them, friends or outsiders that's black, that's doing some ratchet, dumb stuff, is simple. The answer, the threat of violence, is going to come towards them. Now, I don't need to play no visuals to show you what violence I'm talking about when other women are engaged in violence with each other. We all see the videos. We have social media. We see it go down every day, all day, every day. And I'll be honest with you, as a man speaking real honest with you, and this is not going to get really like clickbait, and it's not going to get really popular, but I got to keep real with y'all. The reason why violence is still amongst other women within our race, within our culture, is because other women like to see other women get their face pummeled and slap up and beat up in their own blood. That's why you never see any of your major, and this is going to go to one of the content creator, Mr. Ali. No black woman, especially no black woman in America, is going to invest their time, their energy to really really confront another black woman or make podcast streams where they're sitting side by side like Eli Van Zandt, or the one they call that little woman from Europe, that Caucasoid woman that's sitting in front of a sofa next to the opposite woman, and tell them directly in the face that you're effing up and you need to do this and that. They're not going to do that. Don't expect it to see it in your goddamn life. Never. Never, 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 never. If I do see one black woman really going to do that, all I got to say to that lady is, you brave, bitch. You're brave. You're very brave, bitch. You do something that no other woman is going to put their necks, bodies on the line, and their alleged beauty on the line, just to check another sister, knowing she's effing up. She's engaged in degenerate acts, ratchetness, arguing, cussing. Hell, even going around fighting. Hell, going around and fighting. You think a black woman is going to do that? Do you really think a black woman's going to risk her own livelihood, her own unique beauty, if she's beautiful or not, or even her own health, sanity, to really go up and tell another black woman that could be the same size as her, bigger, either prettier or what you call attractive or non-attractive, to another sister in her face, tell her, say you're effing up and you need to stop doing what you're doing, and really hold her accountable in person? In person? In person? Are you serious? Have you watched social media, niggas? Have you watched how these women are acting towards other black women? You think a woman that's doing what she's supposed to be doing, or doing, being productive inside and keeping out of somewhat trouble, and just trying to live her basic life, gonna put her life on the line, or her sanity, her health, her body, etc., for another female, a black female, a bitch? And I gotta be raw. I gotta keep real with y'all, because I'm hearing too much about this notion of accountability, and it's getting really weird now. It's getting ludicrous now. Not saying we should hold ourselves accountable, but we gotta be honest. We gotta be fair. We have this. We're adults, and if there's no adults on this channel, I'm sorry for you. This might not be for you. I gotta be real tonight. Cause now I'm noticing from some of these dudes talking about, say, until black women are held accountable by other black women, white women, make broadcasts, and not only broadcasts, but have front end sit side by side and try to confront other black women and tell them that they're effing up and all stuff. I gotta look at you side like you're crazy. I've seen videos. Listen to me. I want you to fucking listen to me. Listen to me good. I've seen women engage in ratchet violence toward other black women. It is not no joke. When women fight each other, like really put hands on each other, it is worse than World War III. It is like Rampage. You don't know what Rampage is? Look it up. Type in Rampage. You get my drift. That's what it is. They get violent. And they will fight and hurt each other until one stop responding. That's the underlying truth when it comes to women on women violence. Women do not want to, they don't want that smoke with other women where they know the threat of violence is there. Especially talking about black on black violence. Not just the men, but women. There are black and black violence with them too. And when women engage in violence, not saying that they will take one another's life, but they're at that stage now that they have the potential to do so with other black women. Just like any man, where a man knows that once he starts to engage in mortal combat with another man, particularly a brother, someone's going to be walking and someone's not going to be walking. That same rule applies for the ladies. I've been hearing this too many times throughout the internet. Where I hear dumb fucking niggas saying that these content creators, and I'm going to name names. Listen to me good. I normally don't do this, but I'm good at this. You're asking women like Crimson Cure. Who else? I'm trying to name Queen of Accountability. Who else? Danica Marie. Hell, even the stripper. I didn't know she used to strip, or she might still strip. The one they call 6 Foot the Goddess. You think in your God-forsaken mind that these women on the internet are gonna make channels? Matter of fact, make live streams. Let's go there. Live streams, like how Kevin used to do it. Sit there live, side by side with your guests, and tell them how they fucked up and how bad they are, and how they need to straighten up. You think they're gonna be in the business of saying that into another woman's face? In her own face, telling them they fuck up right next to them? I could play a video right now from one particular content creator, how one time a woman tried to check her because she know who she is and what her content brings, and she doesn't like their content because she's holding her accountable for keeping her goddamn weight down. You're really asking these black women that's trying to make just a buck on the internet to put their own goddamn bodies at stake to hold the majority of black women accountable for their ratchetness or their degenerate behavior? Are you fucking serious? You are delusional. As a black man, you are fucking delusional. I can look at you side eyes. But I know why you would say this dumb shit, because you're not going to take the lumps and bumps. Hell, most of these dudes will not confront black women and tell them they effing up in front of their face. Let's have this conversation. I'm going there tonight. Screw it. Most of you niggas not going to have conversation with other black people and tell them they're fucking up. Yes, I said it. You're not going to do it. Stop it. Stop it. This is going to be the realest message y'all going to hear tonight. I'm going to keep it real. You're not going to do it. I don't want to hear more about it. Hold on, guys. I'm just looking at something. You're not going to hear it. And the reason why I say this, I'm saying this in good faith. And I don't care at this point. I got to keep it real with y'all. Oh, good. You're there, D-Rail. Matter of fact, screws, I'm dropping the link now. As I'm ranting. The call line's going to be open now. I want to hear from some people. And the reason I have to do this broadcast, I know it's not going to get any favor. It's not going to get restreamed. And no one's going to really... Now I think about, since I'm talking about this, I'll be lucky if anybody shared this. Personally, in my opinion. I'll be lucky if anybody sharing this. Now I'm thinking about this. Because I'm being real tonight. And that's what is lacking in this community. Being really real. Real. And I have to be real tonight. To be honest with a lot of our people. That majority of black women that have their own streams, their own channels, etc., 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 are never going to check black women directly. They're not going to have broadcasts up front person with these ladies. Hell, they're not going to even go on the streets and start recording and telling they're going to check women in their bad behavior if they encounter the bad behavior. The reason why I'm saying why they're not going to do this is because the threat of violence is real when it comes to us as people. Hell, earlier I was listening into a lot of streams, one of them particularly, how they talking about the violence these men conduct, which is real. It is real. Don't be fooled. But it's much deeper than this. That the violence towards men is just as real as violence towards women. Women on women are just even more real. To the point now, women are very cautious on when they want to really check other sisters or even go as far as hold other women accountable. Now, God God bless the women that will do it online when they're not confronted with these other women, black women. But really, in the real world, and I'm dealing with the real world, let's be fair and honest. A lot of black women are not going to do that. It is what it is. A lot of women are not going to do it. Don't expect them to do it. Don't bug them to do it. And God forsake, don't beg them to do it. For all we know. Don't do it. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Spelled that wrong. Give me a second, guys. Screw it. All right. Yeah, I was checking some. I apologize, guys. Yeah, they're not gonna do it. They're definitely not gonna do it. So I'll be honest with you, I prefer most men stop telling women what to really do at this point. In regards to checking and telling women they should hold other women accountable. And I've been seeing it's going on too long to the point that they even going at saying that other women should hold other female content creators, the ones that are well known in the sector of YouTube. And they keep reiterating her fucking name, which is very ironic, but that's another story. To really go out their way and say hold them and say they should hold accountability. You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking. If I had daughters, personally, let's say if I did have daughters, or anybody has daughters, they will never tell their own flesh and blood to sit there and check another one of their own. Trust me on this. No parent, woman or man, or either single parent or both parents, are going to tell their own baby girl they see other black women engage in degenerate activities and do things that's out of character, out of line, out of order. They're not gonna tell them to go front them and tell them say you're screwing up, stop it. Also, they're not gonna do it. No parents teaching their children that, especially the daughters. So we got stop the cat. Real talk. So I'm not sure why adults are telling other adult women to do the same. Because you see what's going on out here in these streets? That women by default are afraid of other women. They won't tell you this, but it's the honest truth. They are afraid of other women. And the reason why other women are afraid of other women, as much as they want to admit it, the reason why they're afraid because the threat of physical violence, which could lead to injury or potentially deletion or death, they're not going to engage in it. They've seen what the capability of other sisters do to other sisters. They've seen the videos. Some laugh to these videos. Some get enticed watching other women fight other women, and some flat out are afraid and sometimes scared off their heels seeing other women, black women, fight with each other. And this is the underlying truth that they don't discuss. And they're never going to discuss this and keep up front with you, fellas, because it can be dangerous. That's like telling women telling other men to go check other men. And let's be honest, if men was doing checking up, I guarantee you ladies are not going to still check your other sisters. And trust me, most men now, as I look at from this conversation, they're not going to waste their time and energy in their own livelihood, especially have children, which some say they don't, but let's go there. If they don't, okay. They're not risking to put themselves in imprisonment just to check an ungrateful nigga. It is what it is. That's why you see some fellas time in, time out, when they engage in violence, is always derived because a woman was involved that made them go far left to go take violent actions towards another man, and eventually the state gets two birds from one stone, and that's it. And then she moves on to the next dude. So I don't expect women to do the same as well. They're selfish for a reason, fellas. It's too risky. It's dangerous and it's risky for them to put themselves out there. I mean, and let's be clear. This is an uncomfortable conversation, but it needs to be had, and it's going to be had. I'm the only person that's going to tell you right now. If you check every other YouTube video, they will never talk about a man like myself or any other man that's going to keep it honest. Why? And it's not really a secret, but we should all know why other men, or I should say, why other men is not going to be honest with you, why other ladies don't check other women. Now, women could come in and do a response video over this and say otherwise, and might say something different from what I'm saying, but I'm telling you honestly, from how I see things, I'm keeping it real with y'all. It's dangerous, it's risky, and no woman's going to risk it all to check another bitch. They're not going to do it. They damn sure ain't going to do it. I don't expect them to do it. Matter of fact, come on. 1 second, somebody's contacting me. Hold on, guys. I'm back. Let me put this. Yeah. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. So, to give an answer to a particular content creator, why women don't do it, there's the reason. And that article that I read was, like I said, when I set up these streams, everything works in the best interest, and timing is always essential when I conduct these streams. That Shanquilla Robinson article, how the person that took her life, which was a woman, is not getting charged. That speaks for itself. And they were in another country. Now, let's say, God forsake, that a man took her life. I'm not sure if that would still hold weight in court. Personally, I don't know. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But really, man, it's depressing to find that she's not going to get, the woman that took her life is not even going to get charged. So now the parents got to go find another route to really get justice for their only child, which is very sad. But it's a really learning lesson, a teachable moment. Wait, somebody wrote something. You know, Queen's a virtue. We'll never go know. I just don't know. Person. It's just like the woman from what state she's from? I forgot her name. The one in New England, was it Connecticut? The one that she lost her life with a non-black man, and there's no fall through in regards to really go into more detail if they're going to pursue it as a potential murder case. And it's really off topic, but let's say this. When women get deleted or killed by other women or other men or other racial men groups, there's not really much protection personally. You have to fight the system to get some form of justice. Just like these dudes don't get justice, same thing with the ladies. So we're not separate. I'm not sure why black people think that they're separate in themselves. This is why when I have these conversations with y'all, it's becoming weird now. Like we're separate people. We're not. We're all in one. They look at us as one big nigga. Let me see. Read the chat room. Since when had the U.S. had a problem looking up BWs? Don't blame that on the males versus females. I don't know what that is. Yeah. So I would say good luck to the parents if they can get some justice for this. It's going to be challenging now because if the Mexican government or the borders of where she lost her life, they're not even going for us pursuing it. I'm not sure anywhere else will. Oh, for those that want to have the conversation, links in the chat room. You'll see it in the chat room. I'm not, matter of fact, can I pin it? Let me see if I can pin it. The call links in here, so let me pin it. Yeah, might as well. All right. But like I said, a good portion of the female population, women especially, are not going to risk it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to hold a lot of women, other black women accountable face to face. The best you're going to get to see an accountability amongst us. What's good, Gray Pill Podcast? You know the chat room. I pinned the link. If you want to come up and enjoy and have the conversation with me, it's pinned to the top. I just don't see it. So, in my opinion, these men that's been begging and asking other women, especially women that's on the internet, putting out content for everybody else's enjoyment, to really go out there in these streets and hold black women in mass accountable. I will have to look at these dudes that's requiring that much to be insane. Because let's be honest, besides most men don't hold other men accountable anyway, I definitely don't expect black women to go in these streets, look a sister in the dead in their eyes and tell them that they're screwing up, effing up, or even go as far as try to stop them or say stop fighting physical battles with each other. Because it gets very violent. Because look how we think and operate. No person wants that smoke. And if you're a woman that's doing what you should be doing, the last thing you want to do is engage in any smoke with other black women like that. Now, in regardless if women are trying to fight you, I will advise, ladies, you should protect yourself from other black women. That should be given. Because, unfortunately, Miss Shaquilla Robinson was not trained how to defend herself. As you can see from the video, she got pummeled. She got beat. She did not fight back, whatever, for a reason. And in the end result, she lost her life. And it tells you that if you don't know how to defend yourself properly as a man, and especially as a woman, you're going to be food for these wolves. These, how you call it? I don't know if we can say hyenas or any form of animal. You're going to be food for the streets. It is what it is. I don't like it. But you have to do what's necessary to protect oneself. You have to now. Only when the violence is brought against you, ladies. I'm not saying go out there and fight anybody. I said if any woman or man, but let's say a woman is going to do that to you and they're going to really put hands on you for a reason, you must protect yourself at all costs. Don't try to put yourself in front of any woman that's engaged in violence with other women. Or hell, with another man, if possible. If possible, mind you. But definitely, when women are fighting other women, I would be cautious. Don't get yourself too involved if you're not involved already. Because it's proven evident that other women don't like accountability. And if you're a woman that's doing what you should be doing, you probably be fine. But don't invest your time in trying to hold other women, even your friends, accountable. Because let's be honest, they might be your friends today, but they're going to be your enemies tomorrow. Let's keep real, which a lot of people don't want to have this conversation. And as you know, the friends or frenemies, what you want to call that crap that happened in Mexico, those are not friends. Those are demons. Those are wicked people. And they have no problem hurting you physically and taking your life on the given notice. Let me read the comments. Let's see who's writing the comments. She was under the influence. That's the wristband. That's what they said, but that's not what the autopsy said. And thank you, Mr. Narrative Dialogue. I appreciate that. And let's be honest, Kofi. And I don't want to focus on the men today's stream because we gotta be honest with the ladies. Because I know a few men been harping and telling female content creators, Kofi or Nino, that women should be holding other women accountable and tell them that they're screwing up in their face, go in front of their face, making podcasts where they have sit downs with sofa and chair, one woman on one side, one woman on. Matter of fact, are y'all familiar with Love and Hip Hop? Has anybody watched Love and Hip Hop? Anybody familiar with that? I'll wait. And the reason why I say Love and Hip Hop, because Love and Hip Hop shows the real savage nature, regardless if it look like it could be staged or not, of how women will really engage in mortal combat with other women. It's not pretty. It's not nice. Now, for some of these sick bastards, some of these dudes, they don't mind watching, and this is where you can tell the generation we are at as people, depending if you're Gen Z or younger. And we could say millennials, put in the boat, depending on what part of millennial you're from. A good portion, majority of men won't mind watching other women engage in battle with each other. And the reason why they don't engage in this, they don't watch, they like to watch it more than stop it or disengage in it, is because they want to see women rip their hairs, pull their weave, rip garments of their clothes so they expose their extremities, their breasts, hell, they even their vaginas. Because a good portion of male population is very much thirsty. Yeah, that's the best way. That's the best word to call it. Thirsty. Yeah. Because they want to see violence when women get violence with each other, woman on woman physical violence, because they're going to get a chance to see some action. They're going to see the women get discarded, their garments rip, because they have a fetish. How I know? Look at all the goddamn videos today for the last 10 years. When you see women engaged in battle, have you seen these fucking these niggas? Some of these males that sometimes are of age or teenagers, have you seen them sit there and stand back and try to break up the fight on the average? No. You do not see it. You see them engage in mortal combat with each other, and you see the dudes pull up their smartphones, their iPhone 13, iPhone 14s, hell, Android, Galaxy Notes, all these phones, and sit there and record and go as far as saying, world star. That's where we at. And that video you saw with Shanquilla Robinson last year, there were a good portion of males there, and they did not stop the goddamn fight. What that tells you. What that does tells you about proper leadership. Oh, I forgot. Most young black males say are not taught to be leaders. It's not born. You got to be taught this. I'm sorry. A lot of ladies not going to like this, but your boys got to be taught to be leaders. That means you got to put them in positions so they could fail and succeed. And go as far as being around other males that will guide them in their journey. If they're not taught it, all they're going to do now in today's present, they're going to sit there and watch other black women engage in black violence, black on black violence with each other. And all they're going to do to show for it is they're going to have their cameras ready. They're going to record it. And they're going to be lusting, seeing all the clothes, hair, everything pull out. I'm telling you this. I've seen it too many times. let me read the comment section. I gotta calm down because I gotta calm down for a minute. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen unless they are Crimson Cure. To add on what you said, Nito, Crimson Cure, she only focuses on women, but the only thing that's good thing going for her, as she's in her nice little comfortable home with her nice little chair, with her flower at hand or anything in the background. The only accountability she's going to give ladies is a tongue lashing. That is it. She's not going to confront no black woman in the streets. She's not even going to be on shows where there's black women present, where she got to sit side by side and try to check women. She's not going to do that. So let's get that straight. And I don't mind. I don't really mind she goes and do that. Because personally, how these women are behaving, she should not put her life and her own self at risk doing so. Next comment. Yeah, it don't have to be a battle or physical fight. The word spoken in truth hurts the most. Some cannot stomach it. Yeah, I see that a lot where people are putting their lives on the line for BS or some BS. Yeah, that's the feminine audience of men who want to see that concept. Of course, it's all for the gram, and world star looking for the viral moment. Yes, they do, and that's the problem. That's the big problem. And personally, I wouldn't have it any other way. People, no black person should put themselves at risk, especially black women, to check other black women in person. Because look how our people are conducting themselves now. For them to engage in holding accountability to other black women right there in prison is suicide at this point. It is suicide. And like I said, this is not a nice message. This is not a comfortable message. I don't expect this to be popular. And I should expect it to be popular. Hold on, guys. One second, guys. I'm just checking some right now, guys. 1 second. Where is? All right, let me check. I'm just checking some right now, guys. Give me a second. I'm just looking at some right now, guys. So if I'm silent, I'm just doing something. Yeah, because let's be fair and honest. It's too risky out here now. Too risky. And I think it's unsafe right now. The way our people are moving right now, that will not be logic for any woman to take, or any direction a woman should be taking. And moving forward, I mean, I would never tell no woman if they have a platform bigger than mine to really seriously engage with black women like that in person to hold them accountable. And I would never express it and tell them that they should be doing this, because how black people moving today and how they're going to continue to move, it's suicide at this point. You know? So, man, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm depressed right now, just knowing. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. I guess no one doesn't want to come up. I think I expound enough energy on this. And these I tell people many times as I'm trying to grow this channel, I gotta have these conversations personally, and I'm not gonna regret having some of these conversations and express my mind because I gotta my content here it has to be well rounded. And I'm gonna keep it well rounded, regardless how much I'm not gonna get liked, how much people gonna draw back, or how much I might lose some subs here and there or gain subs in here personally. Because we gotta have the honest truth here. And personally, for those that didn't like what this video particularly, I rather you express in the comment section to be if you even agree with me on my message. If not, that's totally up to you. God bless you. Move on and find somewhere else. I can't keep forcing anybody to stay here and do what I do if what I do on my channel personally. It don't make sense at the point because at much times people say hold people accountable. You don't know what you're really saying, much as you really are going to really give actual protection personally. But you know the reason why women, especially sisters, are not going to hold other women accountable in person because the threat of violence is real. Now, if you're a man and you don't like this message and think that I shouldn't really said that, and you prefer these women risk it all for your ego, you need to get some goddamn help as a fucking man. Real talk. You will never ask your own fucking seeds to sit and check these women that's really out there being problematic, not only themselves but the community, to really sit there, check them and give shame directly in their face and tell them they're screwing up. They need to stop doing this, stop behaving like this. You as a man not gonna do that, and you're not gonna tell your own daughters this. So if who you expect other random women to do so? Hell, some men, since we're gonna go there, this is the reason why other men will not hold other men accountable in person, ladies, because the threat of violence and death is there. And usually, way how black men move right now, already black and black violence is already problematic, rather it's high or low in our communities. Men are not gonna take that risk. So I expect if you're a black woman and you see some ratchet or degenerate behavior to unknown women that you don't know, avoid it at all costs. And if your friends are ratchet behavior, there's nothing you could do. You cut them off. Listen to me good. The faster you cut these ratchet women out your life, that's friends or not your friends, the better off you flourish, ladies. We see them around us. Unless we ratchet ourselves, that's why we still friends with them. End of the day, cut them off. For your sanity and goddamn for your own livelihood. That's it. All right. So that's a wrap. If you are new to the Chaos Range show, welcome to the Chaos Range channel. Or Chaos Range show channel. To follow me, the links to follow me is at Chaos Range 7. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Green on Facebook. Follow me on what do you call it? Follow me on Rumble. And let me check. Did I put it in the chat room? Yeah, I did put the Rumble account. So please follow me on Rumble. This is my Rumble. Also, join the Discord service of the Chaos Range Show. If the link is not working, just leave a comment during this video. I will respond and maybe give you the necessary link to follow, maybe if it allows me. Yeah. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, and another thing, before I jump off of here, I noticed one particular person named Mr. Dan Daly, respond back in a comment I posted. And this is what he said to me. Because this guy is a cop, a once police officer of, I think, ATL, maybe. And he responds saying that that's true on both sides. But I think the beauty comes with the idea that we can learn to respect each other and more for it. Now I'm only reading this because this is a response that I said in regards to and what was my response? I asked him. I told him, you know that the damage is already done, Mr. Daly. And personally, I gave that response because he did a video exposing a particular female content creator of her background, that she was once in the entertainment business / dancing business / stripper business. And personally, I mean, we all should know that, but what do I know? You know, what do I know? But at the end of the day, you know, regardless of why he did it, it's still not right for someone to do so. But like I said, we're adults here, so life moves on. But you know, I'm not gonna hold up against him. And let me stop this because this is now annoying. So that's it, guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward for y'all response in the comments of today's stream. Hopefully. And don't be afraid and scared. Leave a comment. I'll read your comment, right? It's good and bad. Also, please like this video on your way out. And as you like your video, as you click onto the video, and check out other videos. There's one particular short video, a very funny short video. I would advise everybody watch it. I ain't gonna tell you what it is, but you know, you see it here on the channel. And please, like I said, subscribe to the channel and share. Sharing is caring. I know you will. That's it. All right then. Until next time, chaos reigns.